Here's Cheryl Martin, the Good News Anchor.
Do you have the proper view of yourself, your abilities, or your place in other people's lives? If not, you set yourself up for failure and disappointment. Why do I say that? There are different levels of our place in other people's lives, and I think it's important before we have expectations of people and how they respond to us, is that we're very clear about where we stand in their lives. For example, do we know this person personally? Is he or she an acquaintance, a casual friend, or a close friend, or very intimate friend, a relative, a sibling, a parent? These levels will determine access. Why? We all have only 24 hours a day, and we are going to give the people that we're closest to, that mean the most to us, the most time. For example, in my own life, I have a very close relationship with my mother. So whenever I call her, she answers, and she gives me her undivided attention when we're talking. We've always had that kind of a relationship. We're close. So why would I expect someone who's a mere acquaintance or who's a casual friend to give me the same amount of airtime, who's available on a moment's notice, or I expect that person to pick up the phone every time I call and clear the schedule? I'm not that important to them as I am to my mother. Do you see what I'm saying? When we assess the kind of relationship, now we may want a closer relationship with that person, but if it's not reciprocal, we should respect the boundaries and the level of that friendship, because it will reduce our expectations. We all do this. As a matter of fact, Jesus, when he was here in the flesh, did this. He selected 12 guys to mentor. But within that group of 12, 3 were in Jesus's inner circle. They had more access. They went different places with Jesus that the others didn't go, Peter, James, and John. He told them certain things. They saw things that the other 9 didn't see. And then within that circle of 3, John often referred to himself as the disciple that Jesus loved. And Peter even referred to John as the one that Jesus loved. So John felt extra special. So recognize, we don't hold the same place in every person's life, but if we hold a place, we should be thankful that we are at least in their stratosphere and work the relationship at that level. Romans 12:3 says, don't have a higher estimate of yourself than you should, but have the proper estimate. Have a sober judgment of your abilities, your place, your skill level. But here's a good tip, a great sense of news, and that is God is the one person who says, if we have a relationship with him, if you call on me, I will answer and show you great and mighty things that you know not of. The omnipotent God is able to respond immediately if you're in a crisis, if you need wisdom. If you are one of his children, if you have accepted his son Jesus as your personal Savior, then you have access. You're in. He will stop the presses to hear what you have to say. That's God, who is omnipotent. He operates differently than those of us who are not. So I hope this tip encourages you. I'm Cheryl Martin, the Good News Anchor.
The Good News Anchor is brought to you by Excellent Living Incorporated. To learn more, visit excellentliving.org. And don't miss an episode when you subscribe.